We are back with Session 7, Embers of the Phoenix. What happened last time? What are we doing today?
Last time, the party ventured out and did their own fun thing.
True.
What did the party do?
You want me to do the recap? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you're the party.
We are the party.
That's what feedback I get on a regular basis. So, Ron is going to enchant some of our items, but it's going to take him a few days. So we decide that we're going to investigate the goblin issue, where there's a wealthy man whose estate has been taken over by goblins, and we think we might be able to handle it more easily since we have goblinoids at the party. So we talked to him. He is currently staying in Rachel's name is Yazamin Casper. So he gave us some details about what's happening. He's an import-export person, and says the reward for resolving it is 50 rubies, or he could help us acquire specific items. We talk about kind of the offer and the next steps, and then an elvish guy came up and asked Judge D. I guess he had heard about him through Josh. He had a mithril treasure chest stolen. Oh, this is Randy Nulse. And he wants us to recover it. So we check in with Ron and decide, as long as this doesn't try to work, let's not go ahead with it. So we go to this hideout where there's only one awake, and he tries to offer us to kill them, but we don't. So we guys go about the building. We went to Griffin's Roost to ask about the Feather Gang. Then Ron gave us, he gave me a platinum ring. Then we went back after we'd scoped out to actually try to get the chest. We went through a secret entrance, but the problem was there were 3 chests and they were trapped. We got through the first trap okay, but the second trap, it did not go well, and it hurt the wisdom of Judge G and me. So we took what we could out of, I think we only took the ruby coins out of the first chest. Ron did that. And then we also took the magic rings to try and get them back to the right people, but it sounds like that can't really happen. Randy, we give him one of the ruby coins because he'll look into it and tell us about it, and that we're supposed to try that job to get the chest back again in 2 days, that the one halfling that would have been awake has been killed. So we heal up and go meet with the dwarves, and Ron did some exchanges of iron and mithril, and asked them about the ruby coins, but they weren't familiar with it. That's all I got.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. That was extensive, I'm thinking.
It was very good.
I'm not saying I'm missing anything, but it's thorough.
Yeah, so party can be gathered on the morning of a new day. What do you guys want to do? You have that goblin task.
No, not the morning of the new day. We had to come back to town, and where we had left off is we need to go back to the rogue place and try to complete that task.
Sure, you have 2 days, so you can do it anytime.
No, because I thought we had to rest one day in between.
Oh, did you rest one day in between?
No, we rested one day to get everybody
to get the wisdom
back.
Wisdom. I see. Okay.
Because if it happens again, then we're really SOL.
Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, any ways to bolster your saves or avoid breathing in toxic gases?
Yeah, so damn it, I would have done this ahead of time. Give me a sec here. But yeah, I don't remember if we'd even set out to come back because we were at the mines. So I don't remember if we'd come back to town yet or not.
You guys can be in town if you want.
Okay. I don't know if you wanted to get a random encounter in there while I was...
No.
Just trying to invite trouble.
But yeah, after a discussion that we had last time about it, I don't know that Gul'ran would. Well, he would have prayed for something to answer.
Gul'ran.
So, I'm sorry, Ronald. Should have made his name so close.
You didn't play Gul'ran. No, you didn't.
No, that was John that played Gul'ran.
He is now in the afterlife. So technically it's Steve's now, I guess.
So yeah, I would have at least prepared one air bubble to see if this actually works. Otherwise, I have multiple restorations, so if we get hit once, I can try to take the time to heal us back up. We can sneak back out, heal back up, go back in, and see what happens.
Is there anything physical we should try and acquire that would help? Like any kind of like...
Yeah, I picked up Masterwork Thieves tools for Judge D as well, to hopefully make it easier for him to get through the lock.
Masterwork Thieves tools.
Yes.
That's what you said. Okay. All right. Anything else y'all think we should do before we try this again?
I think we just have to hope for better luck.
Anybody want to say
Air
a prayer to
filtration?
their god?
Or anything like that? Can we buy any, like, masks or anything?
We're going to try air bubble on you, is the plan.
Okay. Okay. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Alright, you guys want to head back there pronto?
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent.
Mithril in room.
I'm assuming same method of entry. You want to use the grates in the sewer system?
Yep.
Yes.
If that is the case, then I will just bring you to where you left off. You guys climb through the sewer gates. You've already dealt with these locks before. I'm not going to make you do it again. So you are back in front of these three chests after opening up the grate, lowering the ladder. Everyone walks on up. Life bubble could have been cast already, whatever you wanted before.
Yeah.
Any other buffs, guidance, or anything before you begin? Do you recall?
Guidance doesn't last quite long enough.
Do you recall which chest you've already dealt with and which ones need to be dealt with?
We dealt with the center one.
Correct. Good memory. So the chests before you look as you left them. Doesn't seem to be any movement or anything. Zoo, I believe, everyone could give me perception checks as you walk in to make sure you still hear the snoring when you came in. Make sure people are still sleeping. Yeah. Oh yeah, Osrin, you're definitely sure you hear at least 3 people snoring. Oh, Judge D, you hear all 4 people snoring in a room to your south when you first come into this area. So where Ronald is right now, the room, there's behind this wall, there must be 4 people sleeping. And you can make your way back to the chest room. You no longer hear the footsteps of a pacing person behind this fireplace area, as you were told that man, halfling, had to be executed. But other than that...
Okay, so we're going to check for traps on the left chest, which is perception or disabled?
No need to check. You're aware. You see the same trap on the remaining 2 chests. You're familiar with it. It's poisonous gas that could potentially knock you out.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Can't I?
That's all right. We can pull you back as long as it doesn't take you down. We can pull you back out. I can heal you back up a little bit, and then get you back inside.
Well, you rolled something without me calling for it. What are you trying to do? You trying to open the chest already?
Oh no! Disable device on the trap. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. Well, I didn't understand what you're rolling, so maybe give me a new one now that you're trying to actually get in there and.
Sorry, I was a little ahead of the
Yeah,
game.
a little jump in the. So you check out the chest, make sure that, because it is a little weird that he guaranteed he'd be able to get back here and try again. It is a little weird, you know that. But you hear the snoring. You checked out these chests. The first one you went into is completely disarmed. You can even open it back up again. You see everything's still there. Obviously the coins are gone, but all the money is still in there as well. The 2 magical rings are obviously in your possession, but you close it back up. You look at the other 2 chests. You can see the thin line in the seams where the gas will come out of, and you can try to disable it.
Yeah, that would actually work.
Oh.
All right.
Well, either way, that would have failed by 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like the gods have made their mind up about.
This is amazing to have a plus 11 to something and continually to fail at it.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't go your way, but it's not the end of the world. So you got your air bubble on. So give me a fort save as the gas comes out. The rest of the party could have given him room, so I'll just make it.
Yeah, I would definitely know to give him room.
Yeah, so the gas fills the room for 1 round. You're kind of breathing in your air bubble. The gas, I just need one more fort save as the gas starts to dissipate for the secondary effect. You're fine. The gas dissipates and the chest is now open. Gas expunged. And I'm assuming you meant that you did this one, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Alright, we're gonna open it carefully
Yes.
in case there's an arrow that comes plunging into my chest out of the Gary Gygax.
Nope.
The trap was on the inside of the
The trap is
chest.
on the inside, so you can't really. Yeah.
Inside this chest is another chest. A very small, mithril-based, nicely made lockbox. As you examine it, you see nice elvish runes inscribed on the edges. On the lower right corner, as you were told, you see this RN initials and... Well, I guess it's in Elvish, but... I think you did pick up Elvish, though, so maybe you can read it.
I did pick up Elvish.
Excellent. So,
Now that you can read it, make a reflex save. It's explosive runes.
Yeah, it's explosive runes. Whoever can read Elvish will die.
no, but you do know that you cannot read it, so you know this is some sort of magical rune protection placed on the box. But, yeah, it is as he described. Nothing else is in this chest. You can, as I've said, it's an easy lockbox, so you can grab it. I mean, it's mithril, so it's light. So yeah, you can grab it with one hand.
Yeah, I can come in, pick it up, put it up on my shoulder.
Sure.
Shall we get out of here? Doesn't seem worth it.
I'm
to check
kind
the
of
last
pissed.
chest
I
for
feel
the
like
risk.
this job cost me a lot of money, so now I want to go for the other chest just to be a dick.
I think that's too risky.
But, since I keep succumbing to poison...
The thing is, if they've stolen things, we can reconnect the owners with what was stolen.
True.
You know what?
Fairest to deal is to undo what the thieves have done.
Yeah, I'm gonna... So I don't need to detect traps, because we're already aware that
Yep.
these are... Okay. I would like to disable device so
I'm
that
just
I
being
can
overruled. Okay.
breathe some poison in.
Judge D can run his fingers over it, and you don't have any
That's
other
fine.
bonuses?
No, but that's
that's-
not failed by 5, right?
Yes, so you can try again. You do not trigger the trap. But you do
Okay.
just... Your hand's a little shaky. You kind of miss cutting the right area. But you can try again.
Lord. Yeah, that failed by 5, for fuck's sake.
Give me 2 fort saves as the gas fills the room again.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think even with the
that's not
bonus,
gonna
that's
be
not
good.
going to help.
Yeah, roll me a... Oh, your second one's okay. Roll me a d4, and you'll take that much wisdom damage.
Ah!
So you get a little bit of smoke squeaks in through the air bubble, and you kind of cough, and you get a little bit of headache, but you're still functional. And you are now able to open this chest up.
Okay, so we open it up. Wait, do we need to open the lock? It's locked?
You are able to unlock that. I'll just say you already unlocked it.
Okay. Hooray. Okay, so this better be good.
Yes, so in this...
I hope it's empty.
This chest is set up similar to the other one. It has like an upper tray that you can kind of lift off and then see what's in the bottom. But in the upper tray, there is a very nice ring. I'm just reading its description. It is a goldish ring. It's like clearly made out of gold, but it's like a little bit of stained. It's like a darker gold color. And inscribed on it is, Ronald will know, the symbol of... Let me make sure I have this right. Savras. And Ronald will know that to be the god of divination and fate. So on it you see this third eye kind of symbology.
Yep, that'll go in my Pathfinder pouch as well.
Yes, and there is one more ring on this top tray.
Okay.
Alright.
This ring is a simple silver ring with no inscription on it. But clearly must be magical.
Oh, we'll see in a little while. Okay. I will put both of those in the Pathfinder pouch.
Excellent. And then I assume you guys want to look into the bottom part of it?
Yes, please.
Excellent. In the bottom, there is a mixture of mithril coins and gold coins only. So they're like, but in both denominations, hundreds of them. So like 150-ish gold coins, 100-ish mithril coins in the bottom here.
We can't really reunite these with our original owners.
No, not really.
Just, again, leave these here.
Yeah, I think these can stay.
Alright.
I think we need to get out of here before I manage to trigger another poison trap. Salty about this.
Yeah, you guys can leave completely if you wish, or explore further in this place. It's up to you.
No, leave completely.
Nope, we were hired to do a job. Let's get the puck out of Dodge.
Well, there's just reminding you, I know you probably don't want to do it, but for the murder of 4 halflings, you can get double the reward that are silently sleeping. No?
Oh, man!
Okay, but no.
Actually, Ron, can you take one more risk? Actually, this would be a better job for you, Zoo. You know our halfling friends? The ones that are at the mine? Do you remember them, Zoo?
Yeah.
Can you go out and see if they're here?
I suppose.
Just a quick peek.
Go out there, wake up the halflings, and see if they're the ones from the mine. Just shake them vigorously.
Alright, Zoo, is this something you want to do?
Sure.
Alright, you can come over here to this door. Give me a perception check. You know there must be some secret door here, but you still need to find it. I guess the party could help if you guys want to help Zoo find the door. Oh,
yeah,
Zoo can find it. Zoo, you kind of just run your goblin fingers around the edges of this wooden panel here, and you kind of just push in at one part, and it kind of recesses in, and the door kind of just comes out a little bit. So now you can just easily, like, pry it open if you want.
I'm going to pry it open as quietly as possible.
Yeah, give me a stealth check. Oh! You're practically
I
invisible.
better do it.
You open the door, and I can unpause the game, and you can move around as you see fit. I can move you into the room if you can't cross the door, because your token might be too big, which I think it might be, so I'll just pop you in the door, and you can move around as you see fit.
This is how we ended up having to kill the halflings.
You do see that there are these halflings in these beds, sleeping. I mean, their token looks like they're up, but they're sleeping.
They just sleep weird.
Quick glance, do any of them look like the ones at the line?
Quick glance, no, but some of their faces, like some of the covers are like half on their face. Like, it kind of looks like one might be similar, but probably not. Do you want to like pull the covers down on the ones you can't see, or do you want to just say they're probably not?
Wake them up.
Yeah, no, it's probably not them.
Yeah, you walk back. You can close the door behind you quietly.
Okay.
I will whisper to Ronald that they're probably not.
All right. Good enough for me. Trust your word.
Anything else we need to do?
I think that's it.
Let's get out, like we could have done 10 minutes ago.
Agreed.
Hold on, I want to go to the kitchen and steal some of their halfling illegal
No.
cheese.
I just leave.
Alright, you guys can head out through the sewer grate. You can replace the barrels once you leave. Lock
I
everything
want to
up.
just like put a trap in the barrels just to be a dick. Like,
Sure, you want it?
No.
Party is out. And are you just heading back to your place? Or are you heading back to give this guy his chest right away?
We'll just head back to our place first.
Alright.
I want to... Does anybody have... I'm going to take off my... I would, like, cover up the chest with cloth. I might ask for one of the players to give me their cloak of resistance.
Sure.
But it's not like... Because if I'm carrying around a mithril chest, like, it's going to draw a lot of attention. But if I'd, like, sort of wrap the thing around it and make it look like I'm carrying a sack, that may be a little
You
less...
can have mine.
Thank you. You'll have
What
it back
you
when we get back.
is, I'm not holding a mithril chest. This is just a sack. And then no one will
Exactly,
think
not
it's a
suspicious
chest.
at all.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we do with this thing?
We got to take it back to the guy who owns it.
Yep.
How can we be sure he owns it?
He says his initials are on it.
And what if he just knew that somebody else's initials were that?
Well, then I guess we'll have to open it up to find out now, won't we?
How?
I'm wondering if Arfin can help me with some kind of spell that would tell me who it belongs to.
Can Arfin do that?
In game, I don't think that I get that for another at least level.
What spell is that?
Legend lore.
Oh.
Oh,
Well,
yeah, that's a potent spell, yeah.
That only tells you
It's
who...
not even on the cleric list. So
Yeah. And they would have to be
You
legendary,
cannot do.
which I think is 11th level and above.
does it have to be? I thought it was about duration. If it was like non-legendary.
I could be
Check the
wrong.
spell.
I thought Legendary was when you had the same card game, but you could just kept designing different versions of it.
Oh no, you're right. It's I'm confused. It's not Legend Lore that I'm thinking of. There's another one that I can't remember the name of. There is something that basically lets you know who belong, but I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember.
There doesn't have to happen to be any blood on it, does there?
No, it is nice and clean.
Is it magical?
Yeah, if you detect magic, it does detect magic, and you can give me a knowledge arcana for the school if you want.
Absolutely not, because I don't have any knowledge arcana.
Is it locked?
It is locked. A
Gonna
nice
check for
little.
Go ahead.
It's not like a standard lock. It's like a built-in lock, but you can still try to like lockpick it, but it's just not a normal lock. But it is
Can I
radiating
take
magic.
20?
I don't think you can take 20 on lockpicking because there's a chance of failure.
know.
I think you can take 10 because you're not in danger.
Let's be sassy.
You could accept
Well,
10.
do we want to make sure we're not helping somebody in some sort of evil
Yeah,
deeds?
oh yeah, well, I think we should open it up.
Okay, it's not Grease Monkey Cousins and Firefox.
Alright, that's a 20. Damn it.
Are you using, you have Thieves tools, right?
Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
if they're factored in or not. I don't know if it does that automatically when you have them in your inventory.
+2 from trap finding. Oh, you're getting a -3 from armor check penalty.
Yeah, because he's 0.3 pounds over because he has money in his inventory.
Whatever, I'll assume you take your armor off or something.
You just put it
Okay,
on
yeah,
his
I put
coin
the
purse.
money down.
But yeah, there's no bonus here for your lock picks, which we can fix real quick. Judge D, where are your lock picks? Master Thieves tools. They're supposed to give you
+2.
+2 circumstance. Oh, it does say disable device +2 circumstance. Why
I might have done it wrong.
No, it says it's doing it. What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, is there a way it's like... Oh, it says it's not equipped. How do we equip it?
That's a good question. I didn't know you had it. There was one to equip it. The line next to the sword, shield, and helmet.
Oh, there you go.
I got it.
Alright, so I'll give you a
So
plus...
that should be +2. Yep.
Well, +5 because the -3 I'm taking away, so +5. 25, yeah. It feels like your lockpick goes in the right place, and it should snap open, but it feels like a force beyond your control kind of inhibits you from opening it up.
Like divine force.
Probably arcane forces.
Can you not get it, or is
You
it?
cannot get it. I'm guessing it is magically locked.
Do you have any way you might be able to push a little harder? Perhaps some sort of innate class ability that gives you a bonus of dice rolling on your disable device that you haven't used all of for the current day?
That's funny. I don't remember, but look.
I'm saying inspiration.
Oh,
Because you can use inspiration on any skill, it just costs you one of your inspiration points.
yeah. I'll use the inspiration for the extra die. Gives me a D6, right?
Yeah, bonus d6. Well, you have to roll it again, because you have to try again.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
Unless she failed by too much to try again.
No, you could try again.
And then I'll spend a point of inspiration.
Whoa.
I don't know that you need to.
Well, no, I just want
he said
spend
he's
a
going
point.
to, so
Yeah,
no.
roll
No,
the
no.
d6. And that's +3 on top of that because it still has the armor check. Oh!
Okay, so we're now at 40.
Yeah. You feel like that same force was getting in your way, but you're somehow able to just bypass it and the lock unlocks.
I just give a look of relief, like
Nice job. You did very well.
that I have to fail at my party roll. All right, let's open up this mithril chest and see what's inside.
There is nothing but a singular ring inside. It is set with 3 rubies, all shining and gleaming to this whatever light is catching them.
I'm gonna detect magic. I'm sure it's magical.
Yes.
What is the power of the orb?
Strong.
Does it have the power?
It has the power.
This is outrageously strong. I guess, no, you said strong, so not overwhelming, so it's not deity level. But strong is incredibly powerful.
Can you throw detect magic in the chat again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just want to make sure.
Strong is 12 or above.
Okay, yeah, 12th to 20th. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
World's loudest dryer. That doesn't work very well.
Oh.
I feel nervous keeping something like this.
Yeah, I'd rather
Almost as
give
nervous
this
keeping
whatever.
it back, bring it back.
Yeah, whatever's going on with this ring, I don't want anything. Just remind me not to say, take your accursed ring.
That should be pretty easy. Giving the stuff back.
I have some things I want to look into, though, before we bring it back. Sad part is it's so late. I just would like to ask someone, if I were to describe the ring, could they give me an idea of what it could be? It's this strong, it's unlikely I'll be able to figure it out.
I mean, we got it now. He's not going anywhere.
Well, he might know that we have it.
Yeah, and we can just tell him we were waiting for the heat to die down because we thought we had woken up the halflings. I'm sure he's watching it, but if we return his property, he's not going to ask any questions. Just don't be seen walking around with the mithril in it. Then, can we do something to like sketch it or draw it? Or I really don't want to touch this ring. That's my problem.
I don't deny it. You never know if something like that kind of magic what something with that kind of magic could do.
Yeah. So I'm a little like, oh, it's not what's bound to your flesh. Well, oh, thanks. That's fantastic. Do you need to have the ring? You'll need to have the ring on your person when you go visit your friend, right?
I don't know if he might know. I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'd like to go head over and meet up with Gabby and see his thoughts.
Okay.
I won't tell him about the rest of the interaction, but at least ask him about what the ring could be.
I prefer no one knows about the rest of the interactions. It's just bad for business.
Yeah, and I'll head out to go down to the Bispot and find Gabby.
Yeah. You can
I'll
find
let him know it's kind of urgent, so if he's asleep, I apologize, but it's...
No, he's up. He's up and about. He can
In the butte.
pull you into the underground room and ask you what's going on.
We have anybody who knows a lot about magical gear? Very powerful magical gear.
Very powerful magical gear. I believe,
Kind of gear I like.
Any gear on like a missing objects list? Or...
Nothing like that, but if you need... Are you saying you don't know what it is? You need it identified?
Yes, it's incredibly... comes up with very strong magic.
Well, this could be valuable. I can have someone here now if you think it's that important.
It is allegedly very, very valuable. Belongs to a man who had an interest in ruby coins.
All right, give me a few minutes.
Thank you.
And he leaves you alone in this room for now. Whitney, how badly do you want to step in Everon's shoes again right now?
That's what I thought this ring was.
What
Oh no,
did you
you're
think the
saying
ring
to
was?
come... You would be coming to identify the object.
Yeah, what did you think it meant?
I thought it was the Ring of Three Wishes, and I thought that it had been stolen by the Merakians somehow.
Hmm.
I just assumed it was a ring
sure.
of wizardry.
Could also be that too. Yeah. But do you
And
want to play
it's
Everon?
like, but it's like somebody
If I
special.
remember who
ring
that
of
is.
wizardry.
Do
So
I
haven't
need to
seen this
actually
in a
like do
long time,
anything
I've
in?
seen my chin in months.
Do I need to do anything in Roll20 or?
No.
Overtime?
You just need to roleplay
Oh, okay.
your old character. Because apparently you're available right now if you want to. You'll get an urgent message from the operations in Rachel, and they're requesting an emergency identification of a very strong magical item. Is this something everyone would want to do?
Well, what time
And a
of day is
cheese
it?
Danish.
It's very late, but allegedly you're up and about doing something. But perhaps you're busy, perhaps you want to make time for this. It's up to
I mean,
you.
if it's a request from Gabby and Gabby says it's urgent, I would help.
Sure. You know this location well, and you can easily teleport in.
Ooh, look at you, balling.
Man, I missed that.
Man, teleporting in.
Yeah,
That was great.
you teleport
Casting
in.
power would chill on folks.
Not into the room where Ronald is. It's a separate room, but you're face to face with Gabby, and he says, "Oh, sorry to bug you so late, but I'm told this is a very powerful item, and if it's come into our hands, perhaps it could be very helpful. Perhaps you can help. I'm told you're our best at this."
I can take a look. I assume if you reached out to me, it's something important.
Mm-hmm. This way. He takes you out of this small wooden roomed area, opens the door, lets you out, and you follow him. He brings you down this secret passageway through, moves the table out of the way, goes down a hatch, and brings you to this stone door, opens it up, and you see this dwarf in there. And he lets you in. He introduces you. Ronald, this is our high wizard in this organization, Evron.
Wait, you mean this is Everon?
Do you mean that Bissy is mine? Sure.
I'm sorry. I'll kneel.
Oh my!
Okay, that's too much. Please, stand. You're short enough as it is.
All right. Sorry. I never thought I would be so happy to see an elf before.
Think that's supposed to be a combined compliment and insult? Let's move on.
No, I don't mean it as an insult. Please.
Gabby's,
I think that-
a bead of sweat rolls down Gabby's.
Everything that Bissy has done for our people, I cannot fault the fact that an elf has been working alongside. In fact, I've learned much that elves are not just simply the narrow-minded fools that I have been led for many years to believe by my people.
I'm enlightened of you. So about this ring that you brought me here late into the evening for, can we talk about that?
Yes. It has 3 red rubies on it and is silver.
Right,
It's silver.
you don't need to describe it to me. I thought you brought it.
I didn't want to touch it just in case.
Oh.
Powerful
Okay.
magic, I've heard, can be very deadly if you interact with it.
Well, it would have been easier for me to identify if I could, actually
Yeah, give
look
me
at it
a
and touch it.
give me a d20 plus 26, Evron.
Come in.
Mute myself for just.
Yeah, with this description that Ronald is saying, it kind of nags at the back of your head as you. Where do you keep your ring that you got from your family? Do you wear it? Do you just keep it in a pocket?
I feel like I would keep it somewhere safe, probably at home, or just somewhere like I knew was reliably safe.
Sure. So if it's not on you, you
No.
can. You for sure. You don't think you'd keep it on you? No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. With this
That's
description,
not something I would want to lose, and I feel
For
like
sure.
it's just too risky to be wearing it all the time.
for sure, with this description, you realize that you think back to your family heirloom ring, and you recall that it was set with once 3 rubies, but only has 1 now. but the description without seeing it, you can't know, but it sounds very similar to the ring you have, but fully charged, full, instead of just the one ruby yours has. And if you need a reminder, that is the Ring of Three Wishes.
Yep.
Ooh, snazzy.
So how confident do I feel without seeing it?
Without seeing it, that's your best guess. Maybe it's just because that's literally something you have in your possession. That's all you can think of. But yeah, you'd have to like see it to confirm. But you're like, in your mind, that's all you can think of. It could be.
So without actually, getting to take a look at it or put my hands on it, it sounds a lot like a ring I have, actually. Well, so my ring only has one ruby left, but it has slots for 3.
I'd be happy to take you to it.
How far is it from here?
Less than 20 minutes.
Okay. I can go take a look at it with you.
Gabby will... well, let's look at everyone's spell list first. A lot of pit spells.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so many pet spells.
You just drop Ronald into a pit now, just cause.
Oh, that's funny. He has legend lore. Yeah, you don't have any disguising spells apparently. Yeah, so Gabby will insist before you head out. He gets you like a heavy cloak to disguise you, because you would be noticeable here. He just lets you know it's probably not good just have everyone walking around the capital right now, with tensions between Aldebaran and Rachel. And yeah, he'll just give you a cloak to throw over you.
Alright, I will head out.
Yeah, you guys can easily rejoin the party with the chest.
Okay, once they get back, we're going to stop talking to each other in Goblin because I haven't released that. But the whole time we were like having a chat in Goblin, just like, and I think we should just return this ring. It's just more trouble than what it is. It's probably a ring that makes your head explode or something stupid. Oh, hey, how's it going?
All right, these are my companions. Zoo.
Hello.
Al.
Hi.
Hi.
And
Osrin.
Trying to remember the dog.
Oh, Big.
And Big is the name of the dog. Wolf. Don't bite me.
Did you call me Al or D?
I called you Al by mistake. D. You get all the names off.
Oh, Barca casts a long shadow, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so obviously, Evron, you speak Elvish, you speak of many languages, you speak Goblin, just a reminder, you speak Dwarven, everything that's relevant there. But yeah, as you see this chest, you can definitely make out the Elvish runes of Arcane Lock. You see the Elvish initials of RN, and it's a nice mithril lockbox.
And the ring's still in the box?
Yeah, I'll let the party decide how they want to present it to you.
I'm not touching
Sounded
it.
like they didn't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they just like open it up and give it to you, or...
I mean, I'll go over and open up the box. I'm the one who brought her here.
Him.
Or him.
I'll be like, this is the ring.
I would take, I think, a good look at the chest first, before pulling out the ring.
Yeah, you can easily identify the simple abjuration protections on it of Arcane Lock and Prestidigitation and these small little magics to keep it clean and locked. But it seems to have been disarmed, or just disabled, if you will, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, nothing special about the box.
Okay, then I will dig into the ring.
Yeah, you look at the ring and you can now confirm this is indeed a ring of 3 wishes, with 3 wishes on the ring.
And everyone immediately teleports out.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
The Black Blade of Disaster.
You immediately understand the gravity of this item. This is a very powerful item, Wish being one of the most powerful spells to a wizard. The amount of power in this one ring is amazing.
I don't know if this is anything to help you with this, but
I don't need help with this.
The person who asked us to recover this was curious about ruby coins. I know there was another thing we were told to be careful
Right.
of.
Yeah, those are problematic. This is the ring I thought it was. It is very powerful. How did you come into this?
We were asked to recover the chest for someone.
For who?
A man working here in the city.
Just some random person has a ring that's powerful? That wouldn't make sense.
This was sort of Dee's mission. Dee, I'm not trying to throw her under the bus, but this is quite possibly the most important person, or one of the most important people that we work for.
So, an individual contacted me because of my skills at retrieving purloined objects, whose initials match the front of this item. I undertook such thing, not knowing at all what was in the chest, and I will be glad to take you to that person. But, I don't get paid to ask questions.
So you don't really know anything about him other than his initials, and he is paying you for this job?
Mm-hmm. Well, he seemed to know all about who took it from him and had the ability to neutralize them without killing them at first. And that it was a local Thieves Guild that had stolen it from him, but I don't know anything about him.
If I ask who the person is, would I potentially know anything about this person?
Yeah, with a knowledge and nobility check, which would be a d20 plus 21. If the party tells you his name.
I'll tell her the name if I could remember it. I know we specifically asked it.
It's R and Rand, or whatever. Something. I want to say Rand McNally, but I don't think that's it.
It's not Randy McNally.
Randy Nolsay.
That's right. Evron. With that check, yeah, you lived in Rachel for a while. You're a learned level 14 wizard. And you definitely know the Nolsay family. The latest heir died 3 years ago, tragically, in a fire. No known heirs alive. Family name, assumingly dead.
Oh. So Randy may be made up.
So this man may not be who he says he is.
Unless there's some child that's been left out of the family history, I think that family is all gone.
Have we just signed our death warrants?
I don't know why we can't just give him his ring back.
I don't know if you understand the extreme power this holds. The situation is much more complicated than simply giving someone back their ring.
I don't know how complicated and important my reputation is to me.
I can't tell you how much you care about your reputation.
Yeah, exactly. So I understand you're an important person. However, I took a fair contract and deal. And my friend went and got you.
I would argue that if this is not rightfully his, then it is not a fair contract and deal.
We don't know it's not his.
The Nolsay family
it's a
is dead.
Magic item.
Everyone just said the Nolsay family is dead.
No, the heir to the Nolsay family is dead, is what I heard.
I do not believe there are any surviving members of this family.
I'm saying we should be going to meet this guy before we do anything.
I think we should talk to Bissy first.
Who, you? Right? Us?
You seem very excited. You can meet him if you wish. Just say yes or no.
It would be an honor.
Can I go teleport to Bissy and bring him back?
Yeah, if you want. Well, this causes an awkward interaction as you go to RP with yourself.
Sure does.
I just wanted you to come identify it, but you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I mean, if I, seeing this kind of ring out of nowhere, I don't think it's something where I would just be like, oh, okay, do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
This is weird.
But we're not doing whatever we want with. We're doing what we were contracted to do.
I know you're trying to do that, Judge G, and I'm trying to fuck with your plans.
100%, yeah.
All right, so, Steven, you ready for this, Kramer v. Kramer or whatever the fuck?
Yeah. Even Stevens is the way I remember it, but Colbert's old bit.
Nice. Him and Carell were so great together.
Yep.
Well, I let them know that I'm going to go acquire Bitsy. I think it is important for him to know what's going on and to give his input on the situation. So I will do that and come back with Bitsy.
Yeah, Bissy is definitely up at this hour, dealing with constant everything.
Yeah, I feel like lately Bissy is probably not sleeping, just in a constant, trying to keep watch as much as he can to, get as many things done as possible.
Yeah, the city's on brink of civil war, constant trade deals coming and going. Bissy is at the helm of it all. And yeah, Evron can let you know the situation. And your new group that you've stationed in Rachel has been proving quite valuable as they've recovered this insanely powerful item that definitely would help in any supposed war efforts. But you can go with Evron if you wish and teleport and meet your merry band of followers.
If Everon says it, especially if Everon's saying there is somebody who's having a conflict about a deal they've made and not wanting to break it, not wanting to ruin reputation, this feels exactly like the kind of thing Bissy has dealt with a lot, especially having to figure out how do you deal with your morals, how not to compromise yourself repeatedly and still maintain the goal you're looking for.
Yep.
Yeah, you both appear in that same small wooden closet. You come on out. Gabby, surprised by this meeting, he immediately bows his head and welcomes you. And
no need, Gabby, no need.
Of course, I know you're busy. And he'll bring you directly to the room. Introduce you. Hi, everyone, this is who you're working for.
I am Bisaba Gata. I hear that you've come into something that is causing somewhat of a crisis for you. And if I were to guess, it is you that is having the problem. And he'll look to Zoo.
Me?
No.
Oh,
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
the gentleman, gentle rat over here.
Thank you. Appreciate
my apologies. I noticed she had a bit of a shadow to her. I thought maybe, sorry, had a lot going on.
I think she's just
lately.
a little tormented.
Perhaps.
It happens.
So, what is your dilemma here? I believe the note said your name was Dee?
Correct. That is correct. So I was hired to retrieve a client's missing product. We did so. The item in question apparently is very powerful, and that should negate a contract that I entered under fair terms.
And on the way, the teleport over, I obviously would have told Bissy like what it is and why I'm concerned.
Mhm.
How did you confirm the persons who they said they were?
Well, they gave me their name, and then they said their initials were going to be on the chest.
Did you get a sense of their honesty?
We did make some rolls, and it seemed all right. I don't believe they were dramatically enough to tell either way out of game. I don't believe I did very good on that, frankly.
Well, you can't know that. I never quite know in these situations how much I should be just letting people know the dirty truth of certain things. This man that you spoke to that offered you this job, did he have a very unique accent?
Do I remember a unique accent?
No.
No, he did not seem to have a very unique accent, but
He was interested in Moroccan coins.
yes. He was interested in Morocco coins.
Well, that's not a comfortable feeling.
Do I know
That's
what
why I
Moroccan
brought you
coins
here.
are?
Moroccan I'll just explain it to you. Moroccan coins are little ruby coins with a skull on them. They are a contract to do some kind of deed, often a very nefarious deed, usually assassinations. They are passed out. It was Bissy that had the vision of how the coins are given, right?
I believe so.
There's a place that you go to pick up these coins. You don't know exactly what you're going to get until you get it, and then you know what your job is, and you have to accomplish it. If they still contain magic, then the job is still waiting to be done. Once they have lost their glow, they can be brought to a black market and exchanged for tremendous amounts of coins. If this man has interest in them, or anyone you've encountered has any number of them, they may in fact be working as something much more than just thieves or people who have gotten a bad deal.
Gypsies, tramps, and thieves. I'm not sure exactly what to do because we're supposed to return this to him.
Were you supposed to return this or something else? Define what he said as this.
He wanted the chest returned, the mithril chest to him, so I suppose on a technicality we would be returning if we return the mithril chest, we'd be honoring the contract.
Correct.
Because we did not at any point in time discuss the contents of said chest.
Correct. He would know not whether or not they had someone come out and open the chest themselves and take the item from within it. If it does turn out that it is his item in some way, then we can figure out how to rectify these things. In the meantime, however, a man who is interested in coins that often are contracts for assassination is likely not someone who is giving you the full truth. I would stake my belief in Arfin on it.
Okay.
Should anything go wrong, I will do what needs to be done to try to make sure that things around this are as clean for you as possible. But I can only pull so many strings here in town. But I will try to make sure that you are rewarded in one way or another for your success here in the greater efforts.
Okay. All right.
Can you accept this
I
arrangement?
can accept it.
I want to kind of come over with my with Bissy's Pathfinder pouch, and he's gonna like take it in his hand and then put the pouch like down onto the ring to kind of make it suck it up, and then pick up the pouch.
Fuck it up when you don't need.
All right, Heavy, you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm tired.
Same. No matter how much magic you use, it never takes the pain on the eyes away.
So what do you want to do with this?
I still don't know. In all honesty, get rid of it before somebody realizes it's gone.
Get rid of it? Like not use it?
These things, well, we shouldn't talk about this in front of them.
You guys can switch
I
to your
couldn't agree
clicks
more.
if you want.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I figured we were talking about this when I was teleporting us, so it was just the two of us.
Just the two of them.
We can make it if we try.
But yeah, for such a treasure scooped by the past PCs, you can be in communication with the party and give them like a reward for that, for retrieving such an item. And
I'll let you set the reward, because I want it to be as fair play as possible.
for sure.
Oh, because you mean you would be giving and also receiving the award?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Let me award myself. I thought about making the joke when you teleported us here. Bissy throws all of his stuff at the party.
Take all of this. I don't need it anymore.
Who needs all these magic items?
Hello, Biz. Oh, he's already gone.
All right. So I guess in the morning we're gonna go give this guy the chest. See what happens.
Yep, I think that is the plan.
Dee, are you okay?
Ah, I'm thrilled. Thrilled. It's been a heck of a day. Heck of a day.
That sounds sarcastic.
I think that was an attempt at dry humor.
I hope you understand why I did this. Something didn't feel right about all this.
Yeah, I mean, you did what you thought.
Understandable.
Right.
Very well. I'll head to bed.
Okay.
Okay, you guys can all head to bed. Anything anyone wants to do during the evening hours of sleep, or just sleeping is the goal?
Oh, I'm gonna heal Dee's
Wisdom
damage.
damage.
Yeah. There's 3 back.
Thank you. I'm back at regular. Back at regular.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say maybe everyone would have identified the other 2 items you have, but no, everyone's
think
too
about
busy
it.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Ronald was definitely like completely starstruck. Like, Bissy is the hero that I think Ronald looks up to most, and
Gee, thanks. Oh, wait. He's looking up to himself?
Haha.
Man.
The party awakens. New morning. Successes in hand. New items. New things.
Before the party awakens, can we
Yay!
take a quick break?
We can. Let's go to a quick break.
Quick break, everyone.
We are back.
Can I also have checked to see the silver ring with no details? Was it magical?
Yes.
Okay. All the rest of these other two are probably not strong magic, right?
One ring is moderate, the silver ring is faint.
Okay. So moderate, definitely. We could probably definitely find whoever that belongs to.
Alright, new morning. The party closing up the box and bringing it back to its supposed owner, or what's the plan?
Yeah, we're closing up the box and bringing it back to the owner.
Alright, you make your way back to the Griffin's Roost and find Randy. As he said, he is in the general area, helping himself to a drink. What you guys do?
A mithril chest for you.
A great success then.
I didn't have to kill anyone to do it either.
Excellent.
Sorry. Such a good shot. That's such a good shot. Gonna ask him some questions, but I think it's better if we just get the fuck out of Dodge.
Well,
I agree.
reward.
Did I not already pay you for this?
You gave us half.
I thought I had given the other half to your dwarven friend here. I may be mistaken.
Did he give you the other half and I just not catch that?
I thought I remembered him giving us half.
Yeah, I think he gave us half there.
I gave some to you, Judge D, and then I gave another set to you, Ronald, did I not?
Was that just about the coin, or was that supposed to be, like...
I thought that was something to do with those other coins.
Yes, I gave you one of the ruby coins.
Ah, yes.
Intriguing.
And you did want to be updated on the knowledge we obtained for that, yes?
I can check back in with you.
Well, I've already learned a great deal the past day or so.
What have you found?
And horrible indigestion.
They seem to retain some high-level magic. Let me just look up the strength of this spell. They hold a moderate amount of power. And I believe that the magic is dissipated when an event takes place. No, that's the vague details I've obtained so far.
Any way to identify what the event is?
It seems to be some sort of occupational hazard, if you will. I'm told that some of my more roguish friends run in circles running into some of these. So perhaps like a task that I gave you could dissipate one of them. But they're made with purpose, and I'm told from far up north they hail from.
Where?
I believe he kind of searches his tunic for a parchment. The deserts of Morocco, I believe. Some city in northern Aldonia. How they found their way all the way down here is another matter.
I'm inclined to agree.
But I have my best men working on it. But yes, your reward. Now, I believe we did say if you just wanted coin, or was there an item you were looking for?
Just coin is fine.
This coin is fine.
Excellent. And just to check, you didn't run into any trouble there? You didn't have to No one saw you or anything like that?
No one saw us. We got yet again hit by one of the traps, but so 2 of them were triggered. One of them is still in standard condition, actually. They open up the chest again, assuming it being untrapped, they will also get themselves misted.
Very nice. He kind of looks over his lockbox. I trust this didn't give you any issues. I forgot to tell you its magical protections, but it shouldn't have been any bothersome to you.
Nope. No bother at all.
We were able to carry it in and out, no problem.
Yeah,
Well, out, I should say. We didn't really carry it in, I guess, into you.
Excellent. Well, then, your full reward. He sifts through under his table and pulls out a pouch of another 20 pieces of platinum.
I the whole time, D, if no one can see it, D is just got his hand on his rapier very covertly, like fully anticipating that they're going to get betrayed.
Kind of slides the pouch to whoever's able to accept it, and
I'll take it because I've just been keeping all the coin that I can in my Pathfinder pouch. So,
thank you. I will send word along if you're interested in similar jobs, Judge D. You do not disappoint.
You're welcome. Yeah, recommend me to all your friends.
He nods. Well, he kind of looks at the window. Looks like you still have time to deal with Yasmin's problem, if you wish.
Yeah,
But
so we'll move on to the next. Always another job.
That's what I was getting at. Again, he doesn't pay very well. I pay much better. If there's something else you're interested in, I have another task for you.
We'll wrap that up. We did give him his word we would do his job, so
yeah, best we not let his place burn down.
Yeah.
I've heard that the goblins don't really burn things down. They kind of commandeer it, do what they will with the place. I don't think they'll burn it down, but as you will. Good luck.
Same to you.
Do you guys leave, or do you guys walk on over to Yasmin to get more details about that place, or...
Let's go. Do we need to go to Yasmin and get more details?
I thought you guys got quite a bit. Because you went out to survey, or was that survey interrupted part of the way through by this?
I don't believe any. Yeah, I don't believe anyone went out to go actually look at the place yet. They saw a map of it, but
Didn't he mention paying in ruby coins? Did you want to ask about that?
Yasmin said he would pay ruby coins or a specific item you guys were looking for.
Well, that's disconcerting. That's concerning. Let's meet. I'd like to meet this Yasmin person.
Yeah, the same room you're in. He motioned over, like across the room. Yasmin's there eating as well, enjoying some drinks, with a few of his staff around him.
Well met. You're a Yasmin?
Yes. And you are?
I am Ronald. I am a member of the group you are letting know about a little problem you were having with your homestead.
Oh, I didn't think you all were going to do it. I have an audience with the Queen tomorrow about it, but if you could deal with it, I'm still willing to pay.
I best not trouble the Queen where you don't have to.
Indeed. Can you guys give me perception checks while you speak with Yasmin?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, this is where we all fail.
Yeah, Judge D still did fine.
Yeah, Judge D, you just notice out of the corner of your eye, your hand still on the rapier, paranoid. You look over and you see Randy kind of opening his lockbox and staring at the inside for quite a while as you guys speak to Yasmin. But you guys keep talking.
I'm going to Let's see. How can I do this?
Well, while you're thinking about it. Well,
Okay.
they mentioned something about your methods of payment, either in items or coin.
Yes, I deal in exotic goods and trades. I can get you a manner of unique items if you're looking for it, if you're something that you can't get in town. Or, if you prefer, like I said, I deal in exotic things. I can pay you in rubies, mithril.
You mean actual coin, right? Not something with strange symbology?
Kind of looks a little, furrows his brow. I know not what you mean, my good man.
Like I would be able to take this coin to an actual merchant.
Of course, my coin is good anywhere.
Alright. Then yes, I believe this is something we could endeavor for you.
Excellent. Have you any questions?
Do you have multiple ways into the building?
Let me think. The main way into the estate is over a stone bridge I constructed.
Surely you have an escape route for yourself.
The rear goes into the woods, so you could approach from the woods if you wanted, but there's no... I mean, there's... it's built upon a mound, so you'd have to do a little bit of climbing to get in from the rear, but you could do so. Some of the walls aren't maintained the best I'd like them, so I'm sure there are gaps in the wall. But yes, the main way is through a stone bridge across a river. There's also a wooden bridge that connects that one to the main estate, but of course you could just travel on the floor, on the ground. There are two main ways into the stone center area, from the stone bridge and from the rear, from facing the woods. And once inside the stone enclosure, there are two wooden buildings that I housed my personal effects, and my one building is for storage of any supplies that were not delivered the day, and one was my personal home. The backing of one is to the woods as well, so you could get in if you can climb through a window of sorts. The other one is built around the stone wall, so you won't be able to get into that one.
Did they attack when you were away, or how did you manage to lose the property?
I was there. Unfortunately, a few of my guards had to lose their lives to help me escape. It has been rather peaceful in the area, so I had not many guards. I had a total of 10. And we were overwhelmed. There were 20 or so, some of them wielding magics at us. Yes, just not prepared for that much of an assault.
But then how did you get out?
Like I said, the brave three of my most loyal guards, they threw themselves into the fray to give us a moment to escape. We went out through the back into the woods and circled around.
You got any idea why they wanted your property?
I'm told, kind of looks at Zoo and Ozrin. I'm told the goblin peoples, usually the wild ones in the woods, they usually try to take things as they see fit. I know not if they had any specific motivation besides coming across it and wanting it.
I do know that to be typical goblin behavior. All right, well, think we can accomplish this in the next day or two, at worst.
That would be most helpful.
Not our first outing dealing with goblins, so... Everybody good on that?
I mean, I wish you would stop being, kind of insulting to goblins, but, no.
I said typically. We're not typically.
Oh yes, my apologies. I merely meant my initial experience. They were the first goblins I've ever met beside yourselves. They did not seem very pleasant, but I much enjoy your company more than theirs.
This one's just a little sensitive.
I give a strong side eye.
Judge D, while this conversation's going on, you saw him, Randy, he closes the lockbox and kind of sits back and he's just staring at your group the rest of the time. He's having a drink, just staring at you, Judge D, specifically. Maybe not you specifically, maybe like his eyes scatter between all of you, but he doesn't look angry, doesn't look like he's ordering any motions at you, or he just sits back, has a drink in his hand, and stares unsettlingly.
Well, I mean, when he assassinates us, it won't cost that much. You know what I mean?
We're 4th level. I mean, that's not no money. He'll have to hire at least, like, reputable thugs at that point.
That's true. I feel so much better about how that all went then.
Yeah. We're like at least 4K to get assassinated, so...
But if no more questions for Yasmin, you guys can gather your things and head out of here, if you so wish.
Yeah, if Judge D doesn't say anything, then yeah.
Okay, as soon as we get out of here, we're out of earshot, I'm gonna go, Randy opened the chest.
Yeah, I'd imagine he did. And?
He stared at us for a while. Looked like he was kind of scoping us out. Didn't make any other motions. Calmly drank his drink. That was about all I could see.
Well, I think that we'll have to see if we'll be fine.
Comforted.
If he had
Yes,
something to
it
say,
is.
I would hope he would said it.
Since he, I mean, sure. Strikes me as the kind of guy that says stuff and doesn't hire assassins to kill people.
Well, if you'd like, we can go back and have a discussion with him about it.
Why don't you go back? I don't feel the need to.
Do you think I should?
No, but you seem very bent on it.
I wasn't bent on it. I don't know how to handle these kinds of situations.
Well, we're gonna have to watch our back for a while to see what happens.
It's interesting, though, that he didn't flinch at all when I mentioned homes burning down. For somebody that supposedly had family that was involved in it, you'd think that'd be a trigger point. Like when I say that traditionally or typically, goblins are thieves and murderers. And I wait for Osrin's response.
I roll.
See? That's what's normal when you say things that bother people. That should bother people.
I don't know. I don't really think that proves or disproves the point that we have to watch our back now.
I'm not saying we don't. What I'm saying is I don't think he was who he said he was. And I feel that confirms it. Either way, let's get to this property.
Okay.
Maybe we'll get assassinated there. Good spot for it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys heading out today, right now?
Yeah, why not?
It's
Sure.
Is it still relatively early in the day?
Yeah, you got a full
Yeah,
day
so yeah.
ahead of you.
Full day ahead of us.
Goblins
Action-packed.
I've heard goblins aren't really big on early rising.
Are you
Where you
looking
hear
for
that?
a response?
Yes, he very clearly turned his head when he said that to look at the two of you.
Wow. Just cheap shots now.
Come on, these are the jokes.
Someone roll me a D100 as you travel out to this
Oh.
estate.
That was joke?
Yes, it was a joke.
I thought you were asking serious questions.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
Yeah, give me a set of perception checks as you guys traveling.
16 arrows fly out from all the nearby buildings.
All of you will notice on your travel there seems to be... So you're traveling along the road, and in about 45 feet to your right, all of you notice in the trees these two hideous creatures that look like bats and apes kind of mixed together. They have these fleshy wings and hind legs that end in sharp claws. They're kind of like hanging upside down, sleeping under these branches of this tree.
I go, hey, they're dozing over there.
Do we need to worry about it? We're in the city, right? A lot of weird things live here. Anybody know what it is?
Knowledge Arcana to identify.
Anybody got that?
Pulling it right now. 27.
Ooh, yes, you know these to be Ahools. A-H-O-O-L, Ahool. They are, as described, they are ancient primitive species resembling a cross between giant bats and apes. They're savage predators. They typically are in jungles or near sites of ancient ruins. They cannot speak, though they are said to understand the dominant language of whatever region it is. They usually bully other indigenous intelligent creatures into placing them with offerings of food and treasure, particularly gems, which they prefer for some odd reason. They usually hunt at night. And I don't know if you had any other questions about them.
Sounds to me like they're pretty bad things. Probably shouldn't
Well, can
be
we
within the
just-
city.
Can we try and avoid them? We're
Perhaps
trying
we
to get
try
this
to wake them
particular...
up and get them out of the city.
Aren't we trying to get this job done first?
That it's on the way.
Yeah, and it could totally derail our plans.
Yeah, so good having to go pick up some kind of treasure box for someone.
That's already done.
Right, and these things are here now. Why don't I just walk up and have a chat with them?
I think we should ignore them and continue on.
Hey,
So,
you in the trees.
so Judge D would tell you they understand, but they can't speak. So
Okay.
that wouldn't. I mean, you can still yell at them if you want, but they can't respond.
Yeah, I would not have yelled then. Do we just leave these things here that are going to bully somebody in a few hours? When we could just
can't.
knock them out and bring them to the authorities.
How far are we from the best spot?
You guys have been traveling for about an hour and a bit, so you'd have to travel back an hour if you want to bring these back.
And then another hour to get back to where we are now.
Sure.
We just need to drop them off with a guard. I'm sure we'll find one along the way. Probably taking a nap.
Let's take a party vote. I don't want to do it.
Sue D, I want to do it.
Do,
I'm
D.
hearing a lot of silence here.
I'm not
No
sure.
wrong answer except for agreeing with this one. Pointing to Osrin, not myself.
I don't know. I don't know if they've done anything. We seem to be just going over there to knock them out under suspicion.
Well, you said we can't talk to them.
We are
So
still
then we
in the
just
city, right?
take them in because we can't
Yeah,
talk
we're
to
still
them.
in the city.
You're in the
Alright,
city
so-
area. You've traveled about an hour out. Sorry. if
So you
I
don't
wasn't-
feel that being... I thought we were in the city proper.
No.
Oh, okay. Then I'll kind of look around. I think Ronald has probably been with as low as his perception. Well, he wasn't too low, but he's probably been busy dealing with something else, and then just kind of looks around and goes, "Yeah, we're not in the city. All right, I guess we can carry on."
Well, we should have our weapons prepared just in case they get squirrely. Because when they're
Agreed.
hungry, they get agitated.
I am always prepared.
Yeah, you guys can give them a wide berth if you want, and not disturb their slumber. And continue on.
Seems good.
About another hour and a half, you find yourselves. So, how did you want to approach from the back of the place, or?
We can't climb.
Oh, okay. So you can get to the stone river, or the river where the stone bridge is, and I can bring individuals to the map who want to scout it out first, or if you all want to just walk up, that can be done as well.
I don't know. We should just try the direct approach to start. I mean, we've got goblins. We want to talk to them. It's worked out okay for us historically, so.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. It has worked out.
Zoo, you up for talking?
Zoo, what's that look on your face?
Couldn't you not talk to goblins?
What? Oh yeah. Maybe one of them will speak common.
Oh, I hope so.
Look,
Yeah, hopefully
I'm
they'll speak
working on
common.
understanding the language, hopefully soon.
Alright, guess we go.
Alright, let me get your tokens to this page. Osrin. Zoo. Alright, I think you're all here.
We're all here.
You guys walk along this stone bridge with this faint stain of blood staining it, and you see these two goblins on this bridge with these two goblin dogs on leashes. As you get this close, they say, "Hey!" And they speak common. They say, "Hey, who are you?"
Who are we? Who are you?
Don't they speak? Are they speaking in common?
They're speaking
You said-
common, or at least the one that's speaking now. He says, "This is our castle. You go away. No
We're here
invite.
to talk
Talk what?"
about a deal.
What deal?
Well, we know you didn't own the castle originally.
Yeah, we make this castle. Gobble Castle.
You didn't make the castle.
We make
Come on
castle.
now.
In our castle
Listen.
now. No matter.
That's why I'm willing to make you a deal.
He kind of moves his head around you. You two Gobble, you can come in. Rest can't, no. This Gobble Castle. Gobble only.
They're with us.
No, they with us.
No.
Ah.
We're all
Well-
together, just trying to figure out a good solution for it.
Well, if you leave them, you can come in.
All right, look. What do you even want this place for?
In our home.
Why do you need this as a home? What happened to your home?
This always our home.
No.
Yes.
Please try again.
You boring, bearded short man. Go away.
You're boring.
You're boring.
You're boring.
He kind of chokes the leash on the goblin dog and makes it like...
Oh no, big scary goblin dog. Do you know how many of those we killed a few days ago?
You kill goblin dog?
It attacked us. We had to defend ourselves.
Wait, where's the bluff on that?
Oh, did we not kill? I thought we had down the... Oh no, we didn't have to. Oh, that's right. Well, kill is kind of the wrong word.
He kind of cranes his neck around to the goblins in the back. Says, "You hang out with gobble killers?"
We didn't kill any of the goblins. We worked with the goblins.
We gave them a great deal, and so there was no fighting required.
We're all friends.
We helped the goblins stop being enslaved by the giants.
You know do that. You know he killed giant.
We did. We do not like the giants.
When you kill giant?
Well, kill is a strong word. We downed the giant.
You full of lies. We see giant yesterday.
The giant is in prison now. Not your giant. Another giant in the caves.
Oh. He kind of looks to the other goblin, starts chatting in goblin, and I guess some of you understand. He says,
"Yep, so it's definitely understand."
They say they kill other giant. You believe them? And then the other goblin, this is all in goblin. The goblin says, "No, they lying. No way they kill giant.
And
Look
I
at
would
them."
butt in goblin and say, "Yep. Well, we killed some. We took some into custody.
Oh,
We try not to kill if we don't have to."
Oh, you mighty giant slayers. This is all still in goblin. Why you hang out with non-gobbo? They your friend?
Yeah, we work together.
Well, we no trust them, but we let you inside if you want. They can wait here. But no, our boss says no non-gobbo inside.
We don't need to go inside. We just need to figure out a plan about this property.
I've got to learn this goddamn language. This goddamn language.
Yeah, it's a bummer not knowing Goblin. I'm pretty upset about it.
He switches back to common. Our boss say no non-gobbo inside. So
is your boss a giant?
No.
I don't
Gobbo.
understand this question.
Is your boss's boss a giant? Big boss.
Our
giant?
boss magic gobbo.
Okay, so here's the deal.
You magic
We're not
gobbo? He looks
interested-
at Zoo.
You're not interested in disrupting whatever thing you have going on here? We got some other business. Can we give you like shiny gold and just be on our fucking way?
Yes, you give us gold and be on your way.
What exactly do we need to do now at this point? I'm so agitated.
We
with
need
these
to take
goblins.
back this property.
Yeah.
Oh. Damn it.
So giving them gold.
How much gold do you
Yeah,
give
yeah.
us? We
Alright.
take tribute.
We will. I will offer you gold if you leave this place, and we'll find you a new place.
And don't come back.
How much gold?
How much do you want?
Well, more than what we have. This place worth lots of gold.
Aye. That's why it's not yours.
It is ours.
You couldn't have afforded this.
Oh, we don't buy it. We take it.
Right. That's not what makes right.
He looks a little confused at that.
If you think that might takes right, you should be worried about the giant slayer standing outside of your door.
Oh. I still not know if you do that. But, anyway. We want 10,000 gold. He kind of snickers as he says that.
Oh, you're just making up numbers now, aren't you?
No, we like many shiny. And this place worth lot shiny.
Alright. And what if we could prove to you that we took down a giant? What if we could show you that one of your wizard kind from another tribe was able to walk away and get that freedom back.
He kind of scratches his head. I don't know. I go ask Magic Gobbo then. And he kind of
Please do.
opens the door and closes it behind him. Goes inside. And then you're just left out here with this goblin who now is holding 2 leashes of these dogs who are kind of like foaming at the mouth and like trying to crawl toward you, but they're like held back.
It's okay, puppy. It's okay.
And yeah, it's I don't know if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, but it's like you're out here for at least another 5 minutes before the goblin comes back.
I can be patient.
Be patient.
Alright, yeah, emerging from... So the other goblin comes back. And
Cast fireball on all of us. We all roll for our reflex saves.
now, a goblin kind of sticks his head out from over the walls above. And let me see if he knows common. He does.
Wizard Gobbo, he must.
Yeah. He kind of shouts out, "Go away! This our home now. What you want?"
Oh, I thought it had always been your home.
It is our home now.
Yeah, now is the key word there. Standing outside your door, you have some giant slayers who wish to negotiate with you about the property. We
You
can
go
help
away.
you- We can help you get your home
You
back.
want take back, you come take back. And he kind of, he's holding a,
I don't want to have to kill all of you.
he's holding a very nice wooden shield and a sickle in his other hand. And he's got a sling in his pocket. And he said, and then he kind of, he lowers his sickle on the floor and he, how does this work?
He makes a fireball in his hand that he can throw every round.
No, but he does create fire in his palm of his hand.
Right, it's a little ball of fire that he can throw every round for 1d6 points of damage.
Sure, yeah.
It's produced flame, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. He produces flame and he like looks at you as if you should be amazed. He says, "I magic! Run away!"
I will...
What's your name, Magic Gobbo?
You ask them that in Goblin or in Common?
Yep, Goblin.
Why you want know my name?
We're of the same kind, aren't we?
My name Grunch.
Crunch. I'm Osrin. That's Zoo.
Hi Zoo, hi Ozrin.
We don't want to have to hurt you.
You don't hurt me. You stuck outside. I throw magics at you.
I
How
just
about-
pull out an arrow.
Ah!
What if I can prove to you that I can hurt you, that I can affect you from all the way down here?
There are more of us than of you.
Oh, Lord.
What if your magic stops working for you?
It don't do that.
You want to see?
You threat me?
No, I'm offering you. You don't believe me, I'm offering to show you.
No. You go away now. This gobble land. 2 gobbles can stay. Rest leave.
I am making you this offer. Only one more time. We can help you get back your home. If you are willing to give up now. If not, you will lose members of your tribe. Eventually, maybe, you'll be able to see your home again. But if you don't, well, whatever happens to you, it's not on our heads, but Forno will be, I'm most certain, happy to accept your souls.
Let me think. He kind of thinks for a moment. He says, "You go away." Blah! He makes like a face at you.
So be it.
If they
Zoo,
know,
would you-
in Goblin, he
Would you
says,
like to do the honors?
if they know, go away, release Gob Dog on them. The goblins below, like, are holding them back as they growl.
Zoo, would you like to do the honors?
I'm gonna guess what the honors are, and I'm gonna pull out my bow and arrow and take aim at.
You really shoot other
goblins.
Gobbo?
We made you the offer.
I make you offer. Leave in peace.
We can get you your home back, or we're going to take back somebody else's. You've broke it. You've made an unfair deal, and we're going to even out.
This
the
our
deal.
home first. They
Not
build
your home first.
Yes, they build where we live. We
Hold
forced
on,
leave.
Lower it down, Zoo. When?
Many years
How
ago.
long?
20 years ago.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I sure.
This used to be your homeland.
Yeah, that tree I used to poop at right there. He points to this tree.
Good
over
God.
there.
Can I tell by looking, is he even, like, how old he is?
Can I sense motive?
Sure.
Bronze.
Wait, I
Oh.
have some spell rolls then.
And would I also know, just like from being a hobgoblin, whether this actually used to be goblin territory?
You wouldn't know that inherently, but
Somebody with knowledge geography?
local.
yeah, knowledge
Perhaps
geography.
History or geography?
Yeah, history would work too.
Let's do history.
Yeah, you're not too sure, Judge D. I mean, it's plausible, but I mean, the last 20 years or so, you wouldn't have known. I mean, goblins don't really document their inhabiting places. But it's plausible, but you're not too sure if it's true or not. Your sense motives, Judge D, you get the sense that, I mean, you're not 100, like, he's not giving off the most trustworthy vibes, but, I mean, what he's saying is plausible, but it's like, who's to say? And then, Osrin, you can tell the rough age of this goblin. He is clearly magical, so he's a bit older than his friends here. So yeah, he looks like he's like 30 to 40 years at least of age.
Did you? Maybe I missed it. Did you say whether or not Judge D's sense motive got it just to whether or not he was?
Yeah, it's kind of, I might have froze. He's got a sense of that it's like plausible, but it's like
Okay.
he's not the most trustworthy source on this.
All right. How about this? If this be your land, what if I go back and I talk to the person and we do work out a deal for some gold? Would you allow him to buy it from you? What if we helped you use that money to construct your own home?
Why we have move? Why not he move?
He put the building here, so the building is right. The building itself is rightfully his.
Plus, then you can have your home however you want it.
And wherever you want it.
What we want here.
I understand your position.
You go back and you talk him. Maybe he have good offer. Maybe we move. But for moving, we want good offer.
Fair.
So if you move, you want a good offer, but you're not going to move till you get a good offer?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's go back and have ourselves a chat.
Have ourselves a chat.
Good
On the
luck.
way back, I'll say we came out here just for this.
We didn't know this was what we were running into. I thought this was going to be a situation where giants were pushing the goblins out here, just like we had in the mines. I think there might be something to him saying, though, that this was his home, or at least his people's home.
Yeah, so you guys are walking back home?
Yep.
Excellent. Just another D100.
Trying to get back.
See if you run into anything interesting on the
I
way
got
out.
this one.
Okay.
No. Why did that go out of... Oh, because I accidentally have Osrin targeted.
Trying to pretend.
Yep. Just for a moment, I could be someone else.
Yeah, I am pretty great.
You know, I could be just like you.
I want to be just like you.
Just a simple plan, you know?
Right.
No, goodbye. Stop. Yeah.
Hello, goodbye.
Why did you say?
Yeah, you guys are walking down the road when you see something that you didn't see on your way here. There is you're getting close to the city. You're about an hour and a half away, so like halfway back. There's this wooden stall set up with just this big kind of coinage sign plastered on top of it. And there's this kind of portly human man behind the desk. And he kind of sees you down the road and he kind of like waves his hand at you.
All right, what are you selling?
Travelers! Welcome! And he kind of puts these 3 cups on the table. You ever seen this game before? Any of you into gambling?
Oh, fucking Dalek.
Huh?
Or Azrael, which is it? Is this tricks
Lord of mercy.
or randomness?
It's gambling! You never gambled before?
I
Right.
continue walking.
Oh, wait! You haven't even heard the odds!
Yep, that's right. We haven't. And we're
No,
going to
thanks.
continue walking.
He looks very disappointed.
May
inside.
Dalek return your own prank to you.
Oh, he kind of hangs his head. And you guys can keep walking.
Man, if only I felt bad about that.
I wanted to spend some time telling you about the art of a good deal and how we could reach a better fortune by doing the right thing.
I'd
think you'd have
rather
heard it.
not waste my time and energy on a jerk.
You guys get back to the city. You do your typical lineup. When it comes to your turn, or before it gets to your turn, you see the guards are specifically patting people down, looking through bags, yelling at people to release the magic on their handy haversacks to let the guards see their wares.
Yeah, I am going to put a few things into. Like, I have a plan for this. I'm going to I take a few coins out of the Pathfinder pouch and move them into my regular into it without it being an extra dimensional spaceport.
So yeah, before you get up to the line, anyone can rearrange their inventories as they see fit. But you're under the impression that you're going to be fully searched upon entering the city.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone has a problem with that.
No.
I might go through twice.
All right. So yeah,
That
you're,
extra
That is not my joke. That is Jackie Mason's joke about passing through the airport. He said it was so intense he passed through twice. So it was not. I want to give Jackie Mason credit for his joke.
duly noted. But your turn comes up. The guards kind of clear their throat as you step on up. By decree of the Queen, all must be searched thoroughly before entering the city. Declare any illegal goods now, and you will be met with mild confiscation and punishment. If we are to find them on you without your declaration, you will be jailed. And he kind of
What's illegal?
Kind of opens his tunic up a bit, pulls out this scroll.
Oh
says,
no, he's gonna read us the whole list.
I will let him read the whole list to me. So I know if anything I have is illegal or not.
I'd like to hear that entire list, and I'd like it to be read slowly to make sure that I'm not breaking the law.
Ronald is going to groan the entire time the list is being read.
Excellent. He says, any objects emitting an aura of strong or higher must be declared. Any extra-dimensional space must be examinable upon request. Any insignia to the god Tencel must be announced and declared. Any symbology or patronage to the god of death, Forno, must be declared and shown upon request. Any objects above 20,000 in gold value must be declared and noted. He kind of skims down the list. Any person with access to spells of 5th circle or higher must note so before entering the city. And lastly, you must declare all items of value above 10 gold that were acquired in games of chance or in trickery.
Oh, are we done yet?
That is the list for now. He kind of scrolls up the scroll.
All right, so I am a cleric of Varfin, and I'll take my holy symbol off, and I'll open it up to show there's like a little compartment for liquid in it, but that it is empty. I will flip my Pathfinder pouch upside down and let the 30 platinums fall on the ground. And then I'll like scoop it back up, put it back inside. I'll show the scabbard of honing that I'm carrying for Osrin right now, and that it is empty. And yeah, the rest of my stuff is pretty standard. So.
All right. Next, they don't give you a pat down or anything.
I don't think I have anything to declare. Are tails illegal? He says with a rat joke.
No, not yet. Kind of glares at you.
Nice. Well done. Yeah.
No extra-dimensional bagging?
Illegal.
No extra-dimensional space on you?
I think about it for a minute just to make this encounter even longer. No extra-dimensional space on.
All right, next. He waves you through.
I don't think I have anything.
You don't think or you know? Do we need to check you?
I'm gonna say no.
All right, step aside. They begin pouring through all your items.
It's not much.
Once they're satisfied, they nod. They hand you back everything. All right, you. They look at Zoo. You got a license for that dog?
You need a license for a dog?
He kind of looks to the other guard, shakes his head. He says, "Oh, I guess not yet."
So I saw, Ronald, like, open a bunch of his things that had compartments, so I'm just gonna show them my quiver, since it's got, like, an opening to put stuff.
Yeah, he'll look in.
It's just got arrows.
Do you have any of your pheromone arrows in there?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he'll just look at them. Okay. Yeah, he motions. All right. Anything else? You look like you're a little tricksy. Any games of chance played and won? Kind of squints his eyes at you.
No.
You sure?
Yeah. We passed the one dude. We didn't do anything with him.
He kind of looks toward your hand and looks behind him at a robed figure who nods at him. And he says, "You sure you don't have anything else to declare?"
My love of good cheese.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, sorry.
I could show you Big's empty saddlebags.
Well, what about that on your finger there? As he points to your nice ring.
Oh, is this expensive?
He just looks at you. You don't know the value of that? Did you steal it?
Excuse me, sir, but you said 20,000 gold, did you not? The item's declared value is less than 20,000 gold.
He looks at the robed figure who nods. All right. Carry on inside.
That was the worst.
Yeah,
no, it wasn't.
You hear a bunch of complaints of people who are inside the city as you walk by them, annoyed at this procedure that seems to cause a lengthy entry into the town now.
Before we go, when would we check in if we lost something?
If you lost something, What do you mean?
Like, let's say we think somebody stole something. Where would we check in?
What do we mean we lost something?
If you think someone stole something, you can report that to the guard barracks, and we'll take a report. And if it comes across in the gates here, we'll notify you.
And if someone were to find it, how would they let the guards know?
If you found
I'm
something...
trying to understand how the process works, if it's even worth filing a report. I don't want to waste your time.
Are you saying you found some stolen goods?
No, I'm saying if I have something that's lost, is it worth my time to even report it?
Of course.
Because if somebody comes in, you're just like, does it match? Maybe, I don't know. We'll just put it in storage for the next 20 years. And add it to the war coffin.
He squints at you. No, we make sure all citizens get their valuables back.
I remember these friends of mine found a lost ark, and it got confiscated by somebody at a door and got put in a box and forgotten in a warehouse. It was terrible.
They scratch their head.
Right.
What are you telling us?
So if we were to have found something, where would we go?
The guard barracks. If you found stolen goods, you can report it there.
Thank you.
Alright, did you have anything to declare that you found?
No, but a friend of ours may have. He found something, he doesn't know if it might be somebody's, it was laying around.
Oh, this is great.
Do you think this warrants a bluff check?
Yeah, I do. I think it warrants a bluff check. This is definitely Ronald being way out. And Ronald does not have any ranks in bluff and has a -3. So.
Yeah, he'll just say like, "Sir, can we speak to you for a second?" So yeah, he'll kind of take you into this side room where there's the robed individual in all blue, and he says, "There's 2 guards here in this robed individual," and he says, "You're saying a lot of weird stuff for someone walking in the city. Now, I have a very powerful wizard here who can..."
All right. I have a pair of halflings that work for me from time to time.
Okay.
I found out recently they might be part of a Thieves Guild, and I'm trying to find out if it's true.
What Thieves Guild?
There's some kind of Thieves Guild around here, I've heard. Bunch of people running around stealing things. I don't have a name, no.
Were they made up of mostly halflings?
Yes.
The guards kind of look at each other. The wizard kind of solemnly nods, and then they kind of take out a parchment and start writing this down.
I believe if they're thieves, they may have stolen goods.
And how did you come to know about this? Through these halflings that work for you?
The halflings didn't tell me that they worked for a Thieves Guild. They said they were working with another group when we met them. Didn't bother to ask a lot of questions about it. I just offered them a different line of work.
Where are these halflings now?
At the moment, I'm not sure.
But they work for you?
Yes, but they do a bit of odd jobs watching some of the outskirts of town.
For you?
We go out and do a lot of hunting, so we're looking for specific places.
Well, I think the Queen and the Crown would appreciate if you told these individuals to report to the guard barracks immediately.
Will do.
You said your name was Ronald, Cleric of Arfin?
Cleric of Arfin.
We can take your word that you will tell these halflings as soon as you can to report to our guard barracks.
I will.
And you being a man of Arfin, we want to be transparent. These halflings sound like they're part of an ongoing investigation that we're looking into, and they will be arrested on sight, questioned, and given a fair trial. If found innocent, they will be let go. But if guilty, of course, they will be subject to our laws.
I swear on Arfin, when I see them again, I will notify them of your request.
The Queen appreciates your cooperation. And he kind of just nods at you and opens the door for you to leave.
Yep.
And yeah, you can rejoin the party waiting for you.
That was a pain in the ass.
That's all you want to say?
I thought that went rather smooth. I think we should go through again. So a party pissed me off, and I made them declare fruit, which they didn't have. And then I searched them for fruit. It was petty GMing, and they were really pissed because they knew I was being a petty, bitchy DM.
All right, I need to start learning here how you all do this. I don't feel comfortable every time I get asked questions that are... How do you all lie? It hurts so much.
I'm not good at it either.
Lying? I don't ever lie.
I try to not need to lie.
Yeah. One
I
can
just don't
effectively
talk.
not lie. What's that? Sorry, I talked over you, Michelle. Go ahead.
Sorry. I just don't talk.
I believe that you don't need to volunteer information until asked.
And what if they just start asking questions?
It
And you
depends
have
on
to
the
answer
nature of
them.
the question. Yeah. Oftentimes, most questions can be answered exactly in the manner that they're asked, as most people don't realize the questions they're actually asking. Such as our friend, who specifically only wanted the chest and never once asked about the contents.
All right, well, let's go see Yorick. Yorin. As for Yorick, I know him well.
A man of infinitesimal mirth. I heard he bore you upon his shoulders many times.
Yes. Is it Yorin?
Yasmin?
Yasmin.
I was going to go with Yorin. I was fine.
Yeah, you guys can head back to the fancy noble tavern, the Griffin Roost.
Glowforin, I think.
Yasmin's here. In case you were curious, you do not see Randy present.
There is a detail you've been leaving out.
Oh, he's like mid eating a snack as you come up to
Is
his
it
table.
cheese?
There is cheese on the table, but he's currently eating a cracker right now. He has a wine glass
What
in
the
his
hell's
hand.
wrong with this guy? Go ahead.
I'm sorry? What is this all about?
How did you get the land?
I purchased it a few years ago from a fellow nobleman.
How did he get the land?
I don't know. What is this, an archaeological survey? You're paid to reclaim my estate. Now, have you done it or not?
If something held claim to the land before you, it's not your land.
I purchased the land and all the legal titles. That is the Crown's land. What do you want about?
This is interesting.
Whoever acquired the land did not properly acquire the land.
What are you saying? My previous... He's a nobleman. He wouldn't have stolen it. What do you...
He likely sent in a troop of people.
And then I almost fall on the ground laughing when he says that.
He likely sent in a group of people and killed a very large population that was living there at the time.
And?
I understand that many of you don't think certain kinds of people are people in the same way as we are.
Every being on this place is a person, of course. But this land was conquered and is under the Crown's protection. And if you won't do it, I still have my meeting with the Queen tomorrow morning.
Goblins are under the Queen's protection as well. And if their land was stolen
Not if
from a
they're not
nobleman,
citizens of Rachel. Are these inhabitants and assailants that stole my land citizens of here?
it is the Queen's responsibility to protect the countryside, yes? That includes all denizens of the countryside.
I don't know about that. That's above my pay grade. All I know is I'm getting my land back tomorrow, whether you do it or she will.
I think you're going to find the Queen is not going to be particularly helpful to your cause. But
Well, that's fine. We shall see. I am a astute noble in this city. I pay my taxes more than any. And my land will be back in my hands, whether or not you adventurers want to help me or not.
Listen, mate, it ain't that we want to help you. It's just that there's
Oh, I knew I'd have trouble hiring goblins to fight other goblins. Be off with you. Interrupting my meal for this.
Who's a goblin?
You two in the back. I can tell you look just like the ones who stole my place.
Oh, them. I thought you were talking about me. I'm like, I look like a rat, for God's sakes.
All right, how's this for a different solution? What if there's no building there?
What do you mean? The vandals, they ravaged it?
What if the building were? But the goblins were gone.
What?
How would you feel?
You're proposing some sort of magical explosion or something?
Perhaps. Or what if the building could be moved?
Oh, if you have access to that. But no, the location is valuable to me. That creek near there, I pull valuable resources from it, as well as the location is optimal for my business.
What if this could be solved merely with coin?
What do you mean?
These are people looking for a new home. They want their homeland back.
They murdered 3 of my guard. How would it look if I paid them money to vacate my own property? I'd be a laughingstock amongst the noblemen. My own guards, they'd quit, not valuing their sacrifice.
If someone invaded your home, eventually you'd want to take it back. You'd send people in to kill the people that took your home from you.
Exactly. Revenge.
That's what they did.
It was not their land.
It was once their land.
They're lying. Those were the wilds before. Anyone could have claimed that land. Orc, any wild troll. The troll comes knocking, they used to live there. I wouldn't let it back in, would you? If you set up your home there?
Wait a moment. The troll that used to live there?
I'm just listing random creatures.
I thought you were saying there was one there.
Maybe, who knows?
I was waiting to hear where this was going. I'm like, wait.
The wilds are known to have a many of
trolls?
creature before we civilized it.
The difference here is that when recently I had dealings with another troop of goblins, they were very honest about where their home was and wanting to be where their home was. Home is very important to people like them, just as it is to you. They want a place where they know they can be home and be safe.
They can be safe a mile down the road. There's tons of woods. This is my land. I bought it, square and fair. My castle erected. Well, I bought it from the last man, but I made many improvements. It's mine.
And they paid for the land with their blood many years before that.
I don't know the history of that land. All I know it is legally within Rachel's jurisdiction. I have all my titles and deeds in order. Do these goblins have a deed to the land? A legal right to it?
You of all people know that goblins aren't given the same ability to even make those requests in the first place.
If they were citizens as your friends are, they have every right as me.
You know that the goblins were skipped during the time that they were offering that.
I'm not so good on the histories, but today any person living in Rachel has a fair opportunity to purchase land. And if their land was stolen, the queen would exercise the same right to retake it, should I have taken it. And under that, I want my land back.
Very well. I know what I must do now. Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like
I
to
have
go
no clue what
to.
you must do right
I would
now.
like to go to either the keep or the barracks, and I would like to petition to be the counter complainant against this man's trial.
Oh my god. All right.
And shit just got legal. I love where
That's it,
this
John.
campaign is going.
I'm turning this into a legal game. All right.
Yeah, you could go to the barracks to arrange. What do you want to? You want to be Like when he makes his case in front of the queen, you want to offer a counter?
I want to offer a
Factual?
counter on behalf of the original landholders.
All right, that can be scheduled in, and you will have to make an appearance in front of the queen tomorrow morning, as will he.
Yep.
Is the party joining Ronald in this endeavor?
I will, and I'm going to study some books and lend my brain power because I'm just suitably impressed with this dedication to this cause. Plus, I figure I'm probably going to see the inside of a courthouse many more times throughout my investigative career.
So, just for background to make sure we're clear on this, Ronald effectively lost his shop because the city was continued to ask him hey, put your things towards war effort. Hey, we noticed that you're selling more of your goods this way. Hey, inevitably they encroached on his land to the point that he had to give up his shop. And so Bissy sees this as these are people who had rightful claim to something. And here, once again, the argument is the queen says that I have the authority over this. And that's really not fair to them.
Well, I mean, it's also, and this is not because I'm mad at the noble, but it's also you're dealing with people with a whole different set of values and rules. And you can't really say, oh, we just have to, I know it's a modern sensibility, but you can't just say, oh, yeah, we can't. You have to allow them their chance for their dispute.
Yeah, also the number of goblins that are there will kill off most of the guard that would be sent in, so they'd have to send in elite troops. And the queen seems like she's too busy doing that, so
I just don't want to fight a bunch of goblins pointlessly.
While I'm scheduling that, though, I would like to take out the. I'd like to let the guards know that I found an item and I'm looking to see if maybe it's lost by someone.
Okay. What do you produce?
And I'll produce the gold ring with the symbol of Savras.
Okay.
Has anybody been missing this?
They take it from you, examine it, they put it down, they look through their paperwork, and they say, no, it does not seem this has been reported as missing.
All right.
But we'll keep it on file here, and should someone report it missing, it will be returned to them.
Thanks. I look forward to that never happening.
Do you actually say that?
Yeah, I do. I just turn around rather frustrated.
We will keep you informed of its location.
Steve's bringing the snark tonight. I'm just sitting back and watching the snark.
Coming into the town, you've got people pulling us to get whatever it is that they're after that got lost, I'm sure. And now I bring something here to help it get found. And your first option is, oh, we'll take care of that. Look, you've got a lot of shit going on, right? Do you think you're going to find its owner before I will?
You are a man of the faith, I can clearly see.
I want a fair deal given to whoever the owner of this ring is. I don't feel like the guard's going to have the time to do it.
If you think you can find its owner faster, you're free to take it back.
That's fine. You can keep record that I have it as well. If anybody comes along asking for it, I'm happy to turn it over to them. Fair?
Very fair. Very fair, sir.
Thank you. I will storm out.
I just watch him storm out, watching the spectacle, realize I'm back there and go, oh, and kind of move on.
Any preparations for tomorrow or anything else you guys want to do before you have to make an appearance before the queen?
Like I said, if there's any way for me to do any kind of research.
I also want to get these rings identified. So I'm going to go to that magic shop.
Sure. They will let you know that the gold ring with the Savras emblem is a ring of revelation. Pretty much only useful for oracles, I believe.
Yep.
And the silver ring is a ring of invisibility.
Okay. How much does that cost me?
They'll charge you 200 gold for those identifications.
That's pricey.
It's,
I'll pay it. It's
Identify
cheaper
used
to
to be
have
one of
him
the
do
most
it.
expensive spells in D&D.
you can do it cheaper if you don't want them to be discreet about this. They usually keep magical items of that value discreet, and they work that into the price.
I'd rather not people. I'd rather people not know, especially wanting to potentially return them.
Yeah, this conversation actually comes up as they let you know about this, and they say that they've heard rumors that the Crown is confiscating high-valued magical items for the war effort.
When we came in, they were asking if anybody had any items over 20,000 gold. Gave one of our party members a hard time because the item was close.
Yes, I've heard that the war effort is ramping up and the Queen is pulling resources in all directions. It seems I've heard that some trades have gone poorly for her. Some cities to the east that used to be a very good trade partner have recently stopped sending some goods.
I'm very sad to hear that for her, but perhaps if you keep making bad deals trying to go to war, that could create these problems.
Yes, I agree. War doesn't suit anyone. Hopefully,
For business.
yes. Hopefully the matters can be resolved before things get out of hand.
I would agree. I would like the criminals to be brought to proper justice. The culprit of what has happened. That war. Well, very well to you.
Good
Thank you for
day.
your time. All right. I guess, Charles, you wanted research, so that's all I got.
Yeah, I want to research. I don't even know what it would be. I got history, local, nature, nobility, plains.
Well, what do you want to research? What do you want to know?
Well, okay, so he's going to present anything. I want to, quick learn any jurisprudence, that way they don't try to, any legal mumbo jumbo on us. I know we're not going to get much, but, procedural stuff, so we're on the button.
Yeah, you can look up what you're expecting tomorrow, and what you can tell is that this will be a simple... he's expected to present that he indeed owns the land, so he's going to bring his titles, his documents of purchase, things like that. From what you gathered, he bought it. And once he presents all that and proves that he does indeed have ownership of that land, by law, the Queen is required to ensure her citizens do not have their land taken from them. So she will be required to retake the land with her guards.
Anything about challenges by non-citizens?
I guess I'm gonna get a check from you. Give me knowledge. Give me what's your strongest knowledge check?
My strongest knowledge check is nature. Oh no, the plains, engineering, arcana. Those all have 13s.
You can give me an engineering.
Okay. I'd like to spend a point. Fuck. I guess I'll spend a point anyway, just to see what happens.
Yeah, no worries. You can.
I was declaring it.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Still a lousy 16.
Yeah, so you can find the original blueprints of that site and that construction, and you can see a clear date. This place was constructed indeed about 23 years ago, the original construction. And attached to the original blueprints, there's like a little brief summary of like how this land was acquired, and it does indeed note that a local population of orcs and goblins and some other manner of creatures were exhumed from the property, so they were either killed or shunted off, and the property was then claimed in the name of the Queen. It was originally a garrison, turned into one of the generals was given the property, and then they built their estate on it, and then it was subsequently sold to this Yasmin here, is noted, and then it's currently listed as like ownership under him.
So the crown owes those goblins some dough. I'm going to, I can't take this out, right? But I can
You can get a copy of it.
Okay, yeah, I'll pay to get a copy.
Yeah, you would know that generally, in like a moral sense, yes, but in a legal sense, there's no like legal claim to these wild goblins to have the property.
Yeah, but we don't want to kill them, and we just want to give them money because they're a nuisance. So, if we can shake the crown down for some dough and make it easier on us, it's well worth it.
Sure, just you would know the current climate of things, potential war ramping up. It would be very hard to convince the crown to dole out funds for such a thing, but you can, of course, try.
Okay.
But then the crown doling out military force.
Yeah, I was just going to say, they're not going to be nice if they remove them. Oh, I just want to express my disappointment that Florence Pug broke up with Zach Braff. My disappointment is that it took her this long.
Who are these people?
He's one of the stars of Scrubs, and she was Yelena Belova.
Oh, that's Zach Braff. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, nobody should be dating Zach Braff.
John, I don't know why, but the shield... What was the shield ring that we had gotten?
Did you get it identified?
Did we?
I don't know if you did, but you could have.
Yeah.
That ring is...
I'll pay for that as well.
That's a minor ring. They'll do it for within that cost. If you presented it. That is a ring of force field.
Okay.
Yeah, my note says you didn't identify.
Force field or force shield?
Sorry, force shield, yes. Okay. Sorry.
Thank you. So once I get back to the party, all right, well, based on these items, I think for the meantime, we can use some of them. But if ever we find somebody who is making claim to them, we should make sure we return them.
All right, I'm going to bring back my little piece of evidence. Let me see. It looks like we have a little bit of a potential bulwark here. They did drive the goblins off the land.
Aye, so the land really is their land. The queen claims that she's supposed to be protector of all things life. I wonder if she treats that title with a bit of a...
Well, as non-citizens, and as really, despite our friends at the time, not really considered... I don't want to be in, as someone that comes from a downtrodden lot, someone not considered valuable, let's put it that way, it'll be hard to assert the claim unless, anti-goblin sentiment. Also, because there is a war going on, will they want to relinquish the land or the money? It's going to be an uphill, but we have
Will they want the body count of lost lives having to try to reclaim it? Those are soldiers
you and I
that
both
they're
know
not
that.
going to have. Also, she might be able to bring them over to her side.
Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
Goblins that feel like they have a right to land might feel more like they're willing to help out in a war.
Good shock troops to have a bunch of slathering goblins come running out of nowhere for you. It'd be really horrible if it was slathering golems as well. You'd be fucking really terrified if it was that.
I think we have some good arguments here. Good job.
What I do? I investigate things.
Guess we'll see what happens.
Yep.
What, every time I've been into court in D&D, it is because I'm being brought up on charges.
Do either of the two of you want to do anything while all this is going on?
I don't really have anything to do with the whole court proceedings, so I will kind of observe, but not really be involved.
All right, well, in the meantime, Maybe I can divvy up these rings. Ring of Force Shield creates a +2 heavy shield that has no armor check or spell failure, and is weightless. So I think this would. This is the hard part, because for Fencing Grace you have to have a free hand, right? Yeah. I guess I could theoretically use it. We have the ability to give a little extra sneak to people. One of the rings is a ring of invisibility. Do we put all of our eggs in one basket, or do we spread out the basket?
Spread out the basket.
Yeah, I think you should keep it.
Me?
You're not sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fair point.
You need the help the most.
All right. Well, which one of us do we think is more likely to take a bad tumble off a cliff?
That's a good
Hopefully
question.
none of us.
A ring of feather falling. Maybe we just hold on to that until we need it. And the other ring is pointless to all of us.
You want to sell that one?
No, I want to find its owner.
If we
Alright,
give
then.
somebody the featherfall ring, we can finally get somebody that might climb things. As none of us are good climbers.
Still sounds dangerous. I don't like climbing. Alright, well, I guess that's it for me for the day. I'll get some work done at least. Set to work on crafting. I got gloves I need to make.
Any other things anyone wants to do this day before we go into the courts?
I'm gonna spend, I'm gonna buy myself, is somebody able to buy me and make me a rat-sized suit right away?
Suit? I
Suit?
can give you, I can give you 100 or 10 plants for one.
Yeah, like, definitely if you want a
There's
fancy
10
suit.
platinum.
Yeah, I wanna have my moment in court. I wanna do a Ryan J. I wanna spend an inordinate amount of time.
How much gold do you want to pay for it?
I should look on my character sheet as opposed to at the board. What's a good middle of the road suit cost?
I just gave you another 10 gold, or another 10 platinum, by the way.
Well, it
I'll
depends
put
how
100 down
fancy you
for
want to
good-looking
go.
suit.
How much, sir?
100.
100.
Let's see.
Yeah, so you're shopping around, and you come across this one suit maker who... I don't know, are you alone shopping, or are you...
Yeah, I didn't assume anybody wanted to go, rat suit shopping.
Yeah, so
I have
this...
no interest in shoot shopping.
So yeah,
Just
this...
disappointing.
This shop, it's not marked by any words. It just has this big white masquerade mask on the big front of it. And in the window, you can just see a bunch of nice suits on mannequins kind of thing. So that catches your eye. And when you walk in, there's a very bubbly individual. He is... gnomish. A gnome. And he says, "Oh, hello!
Hello.
In for a suit, are you?"
I am indeed. I got a moment in court and want to look good.
Ah. Excellent. Kind of looks at you. He's kind of like measuring you up with his eyes, and he says, "All right, I'll do it. I'll make you the best suit you've ever had."
All right. I have 100 gold. Is that enough?
Oh, yes. More than enough. That's enough for the special treatment.
How fast can you have it done?
I can have it ready for you first thing in the morning.
Wonderful. What's your name, my good man? Or do you prefer my good gnome? I am a rat after all.
You may call me Cullis.
Cullis. Cullis, would it slow it down to come up with a good hat?
Not at all. I can throw it in for free. And he'll show you a
Man,
number of
You
hats.
sold me a hat. All right.
Are you against
Jet ski
any?
for the defense.
Are you against any tasteful embroidery?
Oh my. Why, no, I was not aware of tasteful embroidery. Do elucidate me.
Well, the sign in the front of the building, the white masquerade mask, it's our symbol we like to embroider on the garment. If you're not wanting it to be visible, we can stitch it on the inside, so it's just no one's
Nonsense.
view.
I will gladly wear your fine embroidery. I only ask that above my right men's pocket that my name, Judge D, be embroidered in purple thread.
Purple, excellent. He takes notes. Judge D, is that a pseudonym or?
Nope, that's the name.
That's the name, excellent.
Trying to pass as human by giving me a human-sounding name.
The
Excellent.
D stands for a different thing every day.
Yeah. D stands for dynamite. In this case, Judge D is standing for defense.
I'm sure you will be very pleased with the suit. Excellent. I will have it delivered to you first thing in the morning. Where do you call residence?
I give him my residence.
He gives you a deep bow, and he's trying to usher you out as he got your measurements and everything. And he's kind of just pushing you, and he's like, "Excellent, excellent, I must get to work. It will come with the instructions." And he kind of closes the door behind you.
Don't want to rough up a craftsman. I'm going to head home because I'm excited. I want to go to sleep early and then wake up in time for a fancy suit.
Anyone else want to go shopping or talk with each other at the bar before the next day?
No, I've had enough social time. I'm just gonna do some practicing on my own.
This campaign gets derailed into a protracted court battle with me and Steve coming up strategies to fight the crowd. We're meeting off time. Okay, I found some.
What about Zoo? Any formal goblin dress you want to get, or for something for big? Or are you content going in your normal goblin attire?
I think, unless someone tells me we should dress up fancy, I think we're just gonna go in regular clothes.
Sure.
Oh man, you're missing out on a golden chance.
I wish I could give Big a tie, but I don't think Zoo would do it.
Excellent. Any other preparations this night, or are we good to have a sleep and awake tomorrow morning?
Good.
Excellent. The sun rises. Judge D, you have a nice rap at your door. A nice knock.
Ah, entrez-vous. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't know French.
They assume that means come in. They take it that way anyway. They open the door. You see a bulky human. He's really broad shoulders. He's 6 feet tall. He says, "Hey, you Judge D."
That's me. Judge D is the name. The D stands for defense.
Here comes the attempted assassination.
Excellent. Here's your delivery. He kind of opens.
It's a bomb.
Under his arm, he kind of pulls this package out. It's a very nice black silk bag with this nice white masquerade mask on the bag, and he just kind of hands it to you, and looks at you.
Yeah, I give him a gold piece tip.
Ah, thank you. Takes it, nods, and heads out.
All right, I'm gonna get all donned and looking sharp for my day in court.
Yeah, as you open the bag, a little piece of parchment falls out, and it says, it's written and signed by your new gnomish friend, Cullis. At the bottom, you just quickly look at the bottom, it's signed by him. And it says, behind the breast pocket, where he embroidered the Judge D along with the white masquerade mask, there is a magic pocket. Any magic item put in there will be undetectable and protected from any magic aura detection. Hiding an item in this pocket will give you it doesn't say this, but it'll give you a +5 competence bonus on sleight of hand to conceal an item. And you can remove the pocket from the garment with a DC 10 heal check or an appropriate craft check, such as craft cloth or craft leather. And if you fail this roll by 5 or more, it gives the pocket the broken condition.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Damn.
If you want to note it somewhere near character sheet, you can just note that it is called a concealing pocket.
So I have a fancy suit with a concealing pocket. But we're going to call it a super fancy suit.
And yes, the suit, as you're unrolling it, it looks of fabulous make. It is a navy blue. I don't know if you specified a color. If you didn't, it would have been a navy blue.
Yeah, the navy blue is fine.
And you'll notice the inside, when you look at the inside pocket, it's a perfect match for the suit. It looks like when you flatten it down, it looks like it's not even there. You'd have to kind of know it's there to see it. And yeah, it's nicely embroidered above the breast pocket where you asked, the Judge D. The little mask is just, it's a little smaller, and it's just above there too, but it's not like an eyesore. It just looks like a nice little, the Lacoste symbol, that little alligator thing. It's kind of like that. It's in the nice little corner, a little tasteful little icon. It's not super big or shouting out or anything like that. And you look superb.
All right, let's go to court and win. Da da da.
Yeah, the rest, all of you whoever wants to come to this can meet up and head to the court if you wish, or do you have any pep talk before you head there?
We're going to do this as best we can. Just so you know, my fallback, if they want it to be executed and they want the goblins to go, I'm going to leave it to us. I'm going to give them the option that the queen is forcing us. Give them the option to run if they want. Guards won't let them run. Any other team they bring in won't let them run. We want to give them as fair an option as we can. I may disagree with what the Queen's final judgment is, but I want as many of them to live. If they remember it, maybe they'll come back when it matters most.
Fair enough. I got a little
can give the Queen a real fair deal.
Okay.
I remember this music.
And yeah, you guys enter this. So yeah, you're brought to you're given directions to the courthouse, which is a building inside the keep area. So you go through all the checks getting inside. Because you went through the proper channels, you're kind of already expected, and a lot of them don't pat you down or check you at all. Especially if you're led by a cleric of Arfin, they kind of just get your lowdown of the situation. And if you just say all these people are kind of with you, and under you're kind of under if something goes wrong, you're responsible for them kind of thing. So they'll kind of just take your word for it, not look into that more closely. And you'll set forth in this grand courtroom.
Ooh. Expecting us to have combat in here?
No, not at all.
Legal combat.
You guys kind of walk on down the steps, and before you is Yasmin. He kind of looks over his shoulder as you kind of come out, and he says, what are you doing here?
I am a cleric of Arfin, and a deal that is unfair is a deal that must be fought.
What do you mean? Are you going to oppose me?
I am sorry, but the deal is unfair. The deal must be fought.
I can't believe this. And he kind of looks at you, Judge D.
If the Queen agrees that I must do that this task must be done, I will do the task at no charge to you or the crown.
He kind of shakes his head. He kind of looks at you, Judge Dean, and says, I expected more from one of you. I was told that you did these jobs without question. Anyways, I guess I'll have to have my day in court. And he kind of turns away from you, and he'll walk on through this area.
Yeah, I guess we go up as well.
Yeah, all of you can walk by. These guards will just let you pass as you walk by. I can just move the rest of you up if you want. Before you see this little platform over here that has these golden, it's been like carved into the stonework on the floor, this golden scales that are kind of like, almost like positions that people are supposed to take when they plead their case. As you look up, you can see that there's a bunch of interesting individuals that you don't, I guess none of you would have ever seen. Of course, the Queen herself is seated here with a bunch of books and a gavel and a bunch of paperwork. There seems to be some sort of wizardy fellow to the side of her. Another, clearly some sort of like warrior type person over here. There's an elvish fellow over here. A sort of nicely colored individual over here. He looks like he's human. Must be some sort of cleric over here, although no holy symbol is identifiable on them, but they have like kind of holy-ish robes that would be seen in a cleric. And over here seems to be some sort of robed individual, maybe a magic user of some sorts, or female. She has a cloak on. You can't see her ears, but her body and height seems to be of not human, maybe half elf, maybe some sort of
the elvish
Aasimar.
ambassador gets a seat. An Aasimar. Ooh, that's not what I expected.
Maybe.
Ooh.
It's hard to tell. Their eyes are kind of like very spacey, almost planar, I guess, if you will. They don't look of this plane. And yeah, the Queen will call out that the case of... what is his last name? Casper, the Casper estate question will be taken now. And he will step forward on one of these scales. And Ronald, yeah, you can take your position on the other side of the scale.
You want to join me up here?
Yes, I do. With my fancy suit.
Yeah, you look very fancy. A bunch of the guards come to attention as you guys step closer.
I'm making sure my holy symbol is out and very pronounced.
Yes. Many take note. The Queen kind of nods as she looks at you over and says, the case will be tried upon. I believe there is a man of the faith of Arfin and his assistants that will offer the counter to Mr. Casper's claim to his estate. We will start with the applicant, Mr. Casper. What proof do you bring that this estate does indeed belong to you? And he'll kind of pull out these papers and hand it to one of the guards here, and the guard will subsequently bring it. He'll be walking up as the man talks. He says, my Queen, I brought you today all the paperwork that your assistants have given me when I purchased the land 2 years ago. Original deeds from the buyer. I have all the original documents. I paid for the renovations, the subsequent stonework from the guild, and I have all the original ownerships and everything signed and squared. You'll see, if you please, my queen, the crown stamp of approval on all the documents. And she's kind of been handed the documents, and she's kind of flipping through them, nodding as she goes through them. And she kind of finishes going through them and kind of straightens them up and puts them down. She says, "Very good. Your paperwork does seem to be all in order. Before I look any further," and she looks to you, Ronald and Judge D, "I believe there is an opposing argument to be laid. I will now hear from you."
I thank you, Your Honor. Your Eminence, the Mr. Casper had asked us to look into resolution of this matter for him. We arrived at the scene of his home. When we arrived there were, of course, goblins, as one would expect there to be. We attempted to try to have the goblins evacuate, letting them know that we are rather powerful, and it would be in their best interests not to lose their lives if they do not have to. Unlike many of the situations we've had where the goblins have actually been willing to work with us, because if you look to the back of us, there are 2 goblins that work alongside us. They're willing to understand that we do have somewhat of their own interests at heart and do not wish to kill any of them if we can so avoid it and work out such resolution. However, these goblins were steadfast in their belief that this land, I will acknowledge, the building perhaps not, but the land was once their land. My associate here, Judge D, did some investigatory work, and he can reveal to you his findings.
When looking at the original blueprints for the castle and the historical documents on the land set in question, it had shown that some tribes, specifically of a goblin nature, had previously been on this land but were driven off and were not offered any recompense or any offers of citizenship for their land.
Do you have copies of these documents?
I present the documents I got from the library.
All right, yeah, the guard will come up and take this from you. And he will again do his path up to hand them to her, and she will review them.
You cut out, sorry.
Yeah, she reviews the documents as you hand them to her, or being handed to her from the guard, and she kind of ponders with them. Anything else? Any other findings you wish to present? As she, still reading through the documents you presented her.
The goblins claim that they are willing to leave if they are properly compensated, and they would like the right to find their own land. They just want to make sure that there's a fair deal. Never before has a goblin beseeched me for a fair deal, except maybe that one. And I point over to Zoo. And I don't think that it's anything other than Savras's fate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then Savras's direction that has allowed me to encounter 2 people, both seeking in some way, shape, or form a blessing from Arthur.
This is very interesting. You say you've treated with these goblins. You've spoken to them, and they indeed agreed to leave peacefully if they are compensated fairly?
Correct.
And you there, goblin, step forward. She points to Zoo.
I just feel disrespected. I did all that work, and now we're gonna have a goblin come there. Okay, this is fine. This is fine.
I will come up.
You believe these goblins to be truth tellers? You don't believe they were tricking you guys, or what is your opinion of them?
They sound very truthful.
Pardon me, everyone.
They really just want their home.
I see. And you back there, she kind of points at Osrin. I'm told your kind takes leadership amongst the smaller ones. Please step forward.
Hello.
Tell me, if you were these people, if I were to offer them citizenship and in return give them their due-owed land, they would be, of course, subject to my rule now and perhaps needed in our time of need and if we are to pick up arms against our enemies outside these gates. Would you be able to command them in such an endeavor? Would that come apart?
I cannot make any promises about that.
Would your experience under leading these creatures, would they take leadership from a non-goblin if they were drafted?
That would go very well.
Well, you can just look over at Yasmin over here, and he just looks a little flabbergasted and eyes darting between you and the queen as he's hearing what's being discussed. And she says, I did not know this matter would be so contrived and convoluted. I understand that you just recently put on the note to defend this cause, as she looks at the group of you. I will take a 15-minute recess with my advisors and decide this outcome. You may all wait in the lower area while I decide. She kind of slams her gavel, and he kind of looks a little flabbergasted, and he kind of stays behind. He says, but your queen, if I may, you're not really considering the land handing over to goblins." She says, "I've adjourned this court for now. Step back." And these guards kind of get close to the rails here, draw like hands on their blades, looking at him. He says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I meant no offense." And he'll step back. He'll kind of go up to you, Ronald, and say, what is the meaning of this? You betray me."
No. If I can make the goblins leave the land, and you still get your land, and they get their land, I have done what Arfin would want me to do. I have made a fair deal.
"You'll pay for this, dwarf." And he kind of storms off to his side. "If I lose this case, you'll pay."
How? Is that a threat?
"Not a threat, a promise." And he kind of just turns his back to you and walks over to his side.
Guard, the man across the room from me is promising me that if we win this case, he will... What was the words? Make sure I pay?
I just, the guard just says, "All right, settle down, you two. Just wait for the decision. I don't want to hear any more threats being uttered in this courtroom."
Thank you.
He kind of just crosses his arms and sits down and stares at you and Judge D and all of you with ill intent. But I think here's where we'll end for now, as I give you some experience. As the queen will mull over her decision.
As will the GM, I think.
Indeed, all of you should have gotten some experience.
Indeed. Oh, God.
Good
right.
session, and
Agreed.
if there's anything else you guys want to get out on session before I get the stream out, or if not, we can call it here.
No, let's call it here.
All right, GG's. Well done, everyone. Stream going.